gentle, no but ever kind, a storm of love to cleanse your mind. The void was cold, she burned the core, you're hers forevermore. All hail the love that sanctifies, that breaks you just to make you rise. She wraps your fear in softest thread and keeps you warm when gods have fled. No other path, no other shore, you're hers forevermore. Who do we love? The goddess. Who do we serve? The love that sees. Who are we? The eldritch legion. Who is she to us? So take this fear, embrace the flame, let eldritch love rewrite your name. Not leave no doubt, just something more, you're hers forevermore.
Anyway, Louisville's full of horses.
Is it?
Nay, nay.
It's the only
I
thing I don't like
mean-
about Project Zomboid. They don't have horses in it yet.
Hey, listen, it's Louisville. Like, do they?
The game is fucking old. How are they not?
I would be utterly flabbergasted if they had a game set in Louisville where you don't see an absolute shit ton of horse iconography.
They don't have any. I mean, like there are farms everywhere, and there's a horse racing track in the country club south of Rosewood, but
For the
there's
record,
like
I will disappear in like 30 minutes.
but
to take
but
my
there's
dogs
no
out.
actual horses. They just now added in, because the game's in alpha and beta and shit. They just added in like farm animals, like I want to say a month ago.
Really?
Okay.
I feel
Everything's
like
not
it was
just
longer ago than that you got chicken
dead?
bombed.
Yes, I'll tell this quick story because it's very funny. Before we start, I started hatching a bunch of I got a shit ton of chickens in like 6 different coops because I wanted to see like how many eggs I could get. My record was 700, and I didn't realize 2 things. 1, roosters were in the game, and I didn't know that I had 2. 2, eggs, even if you put them inside of a refrigerator, still have the capacity to spawn. Is that not how chickens work in real life? No, it's not. In Zomboid it is. So I came in one day and I was getting about 6 frames a second, on a game that looks like The Sims 2 and you should be able to run while having 30 Chrome tabs open. And I'm like, all right, cool, my mods broke something. Uninstalled all my mods, reinstalled them all, did a 1x1 check, nothing. 6 frames a second, I walk from the top stairs down through 2 rooms into my kitchen. 2 hours later, there are thousands of chickens in my living room and in my kitchen, as all of the eggs were fertilized and all hatched all at once.
Damn.
What a clusterfuck.
Yes, what a clusterfuck. Flustercluck? Fustercluck.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was no way to salvage it. There's technically a command line in the game that I could have used to despawn the chickens. The problem was, though, it took me hours to get the command line to open, let alone initiate the commands. So I'm like, yeah, and it crashed so many times.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just like, I'm gonna cut my losses and just start over again.
Savvy, thank you for bringing up the chicken bomb.
It was fun. Anyway, back to Germany and its colonialism.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Back to D&D.
I know.
Speaking of pogrogs, my family was evading one of those. Well, at least the people that adopted my indigenous father.
Yeah.
I'd like to play D&D sometime today.
I'm loading in.
Right? Let's go.
I
listened to a great song about crashing into an AM/PM truck.
What? Poor truck?
I'm just trying to change the subject real rapidly.
That's
a
fair.
wise
I'm
choice.
okay.
Yes, trucks. Trucks do in fact hit things like
Fuster
truck
truck?
gun or some shit.
Cluster
Hey,
truck.
we got
Punks?
truck gunned
Punks?
in that one.
Right.
Oh yeah, we did have
Weird
Truck Coon. He
music.
killed all of you.
He killed all of us. It was great.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
What are you
Beautiful
talking
segue.
about?
Back into D&D. Let's go.
Remember, like during our Halloween parody special where you all fought Killa, Truck Coon was the thing that technically
Yeah.
killed you in real life and got you sent to the D&D universe. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Splatter
yeah.
kill.
Yeah, you all had to make a DC 38 dexterity saving throw to not take 20 d10 damage. You all failed, and you all died and respawned in the D&D universe.
You all had
Yeah.
absolutely no chance of making that save, so immediately died.
Well, yeah, it's a parody of so that was a parody of a Railroad DM
Yeah.
killing their players for a session.
Yeah.
But only it's like the players, literally, and not the PCs. Anyway.
Yeah, no, you got us.
Yeah.
I
So,
Oh shit, we're gonna die.
yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
are.
back to killing you.
Because Savvy and me were talking about like Zyotara and her stats and like
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
just generally what you guys have decided to do. So last we left
Gonna end
off.
so bad.
I have
is.
a spell. Let's go.
Last you left off, the party. And by the way, my mild stalling tactics aren't like just me being funny. I am trying to give a little bit of time for Six to get in here because this is a major plot point, and I kind of want them to get left out as little as possible. But they'll get here when they get here. Party. Last you left off, you split up. Always a tactically sound idea. And now, you find yourselves in several different locations. First, you are... Starry and Cecilia are on the back of Urabrask, the last Praetor, dashing down iron-choked and steam-filled hallways of the Riveteer's compound, down as quickly as you can towards the depths. You're getting there fast, but things have already happened while you were away. Oh yeah, by the way, Evie, that fanny pack that you made is adorable. Well done.
I did not make that fanny pack.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh,
No.
Oh, it's from Ganesh Himal. Well, Ganesh did a wonderful job. Also, I spy an Aldi's bag in your background.
Yes.
I
I
like
love an
Aldi's.
Aldi.
Yo, me too. Alternatively, Cassandra and Neon had went in, with the aid of Maribel, solved a riddle, and slipped into the enchanted mirror, which led into a permanent Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion. Therein, they found a lich named, I think it was Kassadun? Yes, Kassadun the Lich. Or a Lich Shade, specifically. Kassadun explained why they were here and what they were doing. He was curious before he killed you both. You explained that you needed some help handling a powerful demon dragon. Kassadun considered your request for a moment and agreed. He would help you face this new horrible threat so long as you made one simple agreement: that you would be his medium, and then once the dragon was dead, you would deposit him in the nearest population center and just drop him off. He explained that in his current and present form, he doesn't have the ability to move his phylactery. He's essentially a type of souped-up ghost, and he needs your help. He wants to go back to being alive and de-lich himself. Evie reluctantly agreed. She grabbed the phylactery, a magical seal got put on her hand, and then Kassadun possessed her. He is now inhabiting the same space as she is, and he can basically cast a spell from her or take an action from her at the end of every turn, essentially. Basically, can bonus action hop out of her, cast a spell, and then next turn, bonus action hop back into her. Maribel, this entire time, was back at the chapel with Perry, with Agnes, with Angelo and the Goon Squad, and her angels, holding on to the chalice as the stones about her slowly melted. The heat in the room raised. The sulfurous fumes and smoke billowed across the ground as Zyotara slowly made her way into the room. Zyotara herself is now in a human form, looking like a tan-skinned, beautiful woman with deep yellow-red eyes, short, neatly trimmed hair, and a gray and yellow suit with gold and silver trimmings. I actually used AI, even though it made me feel icky to do so, to create the closest approximation that I could of this. Da, 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 da. Come
A
on up,
lovely
Luju.
token indeed.
Well, I actually have like the art and not just the token. Here you go.
Lascious.
That's sort of how I stop that. You. That's sort of how I pictured Zyotara.
Nice. Yeah, she's scary. Yellow eyes. I would
Yeah.
imagine maybe like a little lizard-like slit, but maybe not.
Yeah, I wanted that, and I tried to incorporate that, but it kept fucking with the image. So this was as close as I could get without it being janky.
Damn.
That I think that was from Hitbox AI or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't support the usage of AI, but in this situation, it was from Hotpot AI. That's the one.
May you be damned and sent to jail.
You know what? Look, yes.
Damn.
Fully agreed. Don't use AI, folks. And if you do, attribute it as you should, and acknowledge the fact that it steals from artists, as I am. So, Zyotara stands before you with her hands clasped in front of her chest, an amused look on her face, and she seems completely relaxed, Mari. Whatever you're about to do, she has come to a type of peace with it. She doesn't appear intimidated, and she doesn't appear concerned. She essentially has walked up to you and said, "All right, you're holding a nuke. Let's talk shop." Before the conversation even begins, she laughs quaintly, looks at Agnes, and you can see Agnes, this big, bad, dragon-born berserker of sorts, kind of shrink back from her mother, briefly. As Zyotara looks at you and says, "Here in New Capena, we call this a cabaret standoff." Hands to the side. You and me both have the ability to wipe each other out, but I don't think either of us particularly want to do what we need to do to achieve that. Yes, sure, you could use that chalice to kill me and probably the rest of my siblings all at once, but you and I both know that there will be a price for that. At the very least, and I don't know what that thing can do, but at the very least, I suspect it will have serious ramifications for the barrier around the city. An expulsion of that kind of magical energy, well, it does things, and I helped architect this place. And when you kill me, if you kill me, and Jetmir, and Rafine, and oh, of course, Falco, the city will be in chaos. Even now, they still uphold all of the conventions of all of the families and the majority of the people that live here. And I know you. You're goody two shoes. You're the good guys here.
No, I'm not.
You don't. Well, maybe not you specifically. She kind of wiggles her fingers at you. But your friends are.
Yeah,
They
but
would
they're
not
not
be-
here, so I wouldn't worry about them.
I'm
Look
not
around.
worried about any of this. But I know that pulling the trigger on that's not your. Well, it's not what you want, I don't think. It's certainly not what I want.
I mean, it is kind of tempting just because I won't have to worry about any of this, because all of this is a really big pain in my ass.
Then I think we have the same sentiment here. Because you are giving me quite the burr in my britches, too.
Indeed. Where you go on?
So, maybe we can come to an accord. She takes a step towards you. After
She
all,
doesn't move. She's in the church.
I know, she takes
Yeah.
a single step.
Yeah, she's
After
fine with that.
all, mutual destruction isn't really ideal here. Even if you don't want to spare the people of the city out of the goodness of your heart, having the entire place erupt into full-blown gangland chaos wouldn't be ideal for whatever you have planned. And all you would be doing, she points at you, is putting the rest of the families more firmly in the grasp of the kingpin. That chalice might have absolute power over us, but it doesn't have anything on him. In fact, I'd be willing to bet good money, and I've got plenty to spare on it, that you couldn't touch him at all with that thing.
Can I do an Arcana check to see?
Sure.
Arcana.
By the way, as you guys are getting here, Cassandra and Neon, you guys are probably halfway out of the mansion by now, and Cecilia and Starry are probably a third of the way here.
23.
So
If I'm
you
not
got a few-
mistaken, there's also a big giant hole that leads straight down here.
There is, and you guys have probably just got to the hole. Urabrask has spider climb, he's clicking to the walls. The hole is broiling hot with the heat of his body, and Riveteer workers on catwalks and girders, interspersed around the hole, using it as like their support system for their work, are like jumping out of the way and screaming in terror as a Phyrexian Praetor is bounding down the chute towards the depths of the earth.
Yep. 23.
You recognize that Ziotar's words spring true. The chalice is powerful and holds a great deal of sway over the city, but the only things that you suspect that it can directly affect or what its magic is tied to. So yes, it can kill all of the angels and all of the demon lords and anyone who shares a blood connection to them, likely all of the devilish humanoids in the city. The Luxodons and the just general Leonins and the other citizens, it probably can't directly kill them, but it can affect anything that's touched demonic or divine blood. Additionally, it can likely affect the structure of the city in a large way. After all, it is controlling or funneling the divine and demonic energy that upholds the whole barrier that surrounds the entire city. So if you wanted to say level the city to the ground, you could do that. Just by the raw magical power around you. But the Kingpin, if he's not directly related to the demons and angels here, the Chalice has no direct power over him. You basically have a powerful magical bomb that could hurt him, sure, but you have no guarantee that it would kill him outright, or even how much damage it would do. You can guarantee kill her with it, but outside of just casting essentially a big meteor swarm on the city and hoping that that does enough to kill him, does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So Ziotar's words ring true. And if you know with enough of your social knowledge of the city and its conventions and structure, that she's also not lying about putting the rest of the families into the Kingpin's hands. The demonic lords of each of the families act as a barrier between him and the muckety-muck of the city, the rest of the family structures. Cutting off the heads of all those snakes is just going to let him scoop all the eggs out of their nests.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So she's, for the moment, speaking truth.
Yeah.
She holds her hands
Exactly.
to the side. So even if you do wish to kill me and the others, which I'm sure some part of your black little heart does,
I mean,
you know
why
it's
kill
not
you
the
all
right-
when I can just wish for you all to obey me?
She goes, sure, you could do that.
Yeah. It's
You
definitely
could.
more convenient, so that way I can have all of you guys go to the Kingpin. Just saying.
You could, but even under the obedient sway of our blood, we're fickle things, and Rafine alone is clever enough to find ways to obey you, to find ways to disobey you, while still obeying you.
Oh yeah, I know. You guys are all demons. That's why I'd have to word it very carefully.
Oh yes. And do you really want to do that anyway?
I mean, I've had plenty of time to think about it, but ideally
Sure.
no. I'd rather not.
Good. And I'd rather not have to go through such annoying hoops until I rip your head from your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, If not me, then one of the others at the very least. So I think we can both agree that calm communication is ideal.
It is very ideal. Which is why
So,
I'm had you come down here, because it's better just to talk about this.
agreed. I'm sure Agnes has already told you what we're planning. A large train that we're going to use to get our family members out. And
You mean your
using...
gold out?
She blinks. Whatever do you
It
mean?
do- it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know how much treasure you have, and all of the trains is really just to get your treasure and you out and leave everyone else behind.
What is a rocket?
Don't worry about it. It's just a saying where I'm from. You guys don't have rockets here, but basically, come think of the most complicated scientific discovery you have, and compare it
F-
to that.
Fair enough. To be fair, most of the most complex and mechanically impressive scientific discoveries in the city did come from me and my family. So I get your meaning well enough.
Hmm.
And I congratulate you, yes. I was planning on shuttling out most of my treasure with our main train, but I still had every intent on leaving the gate open behind me. There's more than enough locomotives in the city for everyone else to get out too.
Except that because of the thing wouldn't be here, she holds the chalice, most people would end up probably dying, as well as the structural integrity could be very questionable.
I don't think so. The hole in the center of the city was genuinely to give people a more direct access and path down to the lowest depths. That
Yeah,
is
but the berry would be
true.
gone, there's a lot of chaos that would happen, people would
She
die.
she holds up her hands. People die every day in this city by the
Yeah,
hands
but
of
is
their
that the
own family
excuse?
heads.
Yes, but that is that going to be the excuse you tell people when they come through the portal and are upset that you
It is a
didn't save
dog eat
everyone?
It's a dog eat dog world where everyone looks after their own first. I'm doing what I have always done, and what every other family head would do in my place. Make no
Hmm.
mistake of that.
Oh,
Would
I'm
people
not.
be happy? No. But it would be expected and accepted.
Yeah, and that is why. Well, I should say that's probably expected and accepted for you and your kind, but anyone with any logical sense of self-preservation would understand that it's not how it should be.
She holds up her hands. No disagreements there. Actually,
Yeah.
yes, I very much disagree. But you're holding a bomb, so I can't really disagree with you at the moment.
I mean, you can. It's not like I'm going to blow you up for disagreeing with me. I'm not that insensible.
Good.
Otherwise,
So,
we can't have a real discussion.
I think we can come to an agreement, a rather simple one. I know how the Omen Path works, and I have the ability to get a large amount of the people out of the city. If you're worried about the barrier going down, that's fine. I think our issue here comes mostly from timing, more than actual methods. You're worried about the barrier going down, chaos being wreaked, and everyone in the city dying in the ensuing calamity of the mutants invading. Fine. We can minimize that. If the brokers and the angels are able to muster their forces to defend the city walls, while everyone else gets funneled to the train stations and funneled down shortly after my train with my family and my treasure departs.
Yeah, you kind of also need someone who's very specialized in traveling.
We have that. There is a member of the brokers who is quite the clever conductor. He has the ability to ensure that all the trains run and move smoothly on a day-to-day basis in the Metzio without the slightest delay. This sort of project would be difficult for him, but not undoable.
Yeah. But lucky for you, I specialize in portal magic.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like my specialty.
good. Then you can help. So,
Indeed.
I will fill my train with my treasure and my family. I will sacrifice the cars towards the back to ensure that everyone can get in. Of mine. You and your lot just ensure that everyone else is ready before our plan goes off without a hitch. There are two problems. She holds up two gold-tinted fingernails. First is getting the rest of the families to agree with the plan, and the angels as well. And two, the kingpin. The only reason why I didn't propose this strategy to the rest of my siblings to begin with is because the kingpin isn't letting us hold court anymore. I physically can't call a meeting of the heads of the family councils. It's disallowed. If I even tried, he would. Well, it wouldn't be pretty. I know for a fact that if we could all get together, I could convince them of the plan, especially with your help. Would there be subterfuge? Yes. Would Rafine try to manipulate the situation to get the most out of it for her? Yes. Would Falco perhaps try to bomb the trains to further his calamitic religious zeal? Yes. But these are all things that we deal with on a daily basis. Me and my family could account for most of that. Especially Jetmir too. I think he's the most likely to follow my plans. But for any of that to happen, the Kingpin must be removed, or at the very least curtailed for a time for me to meet with my siblings.
Indeed. The kingpin in general is also a pain that we have to deal with. So yeah.
Yes, from what I've understood, what my spies have told me, you and your friends need him removed as well. He has something that's of great interest to you.
And that is a fact. Cannot deny it.
Indeed. I would offer to help you kill him, but she holds her hands to the side again. I can't. He has something over me, over all of us. His magic is strong, and unfortunately for me and my siblings, he can clip our wings in an instant. So you'll have to handle him on your own. We can't raise a finger against him. And the angels are too terrified of him to even try.
Yeah.
I don't know what he has on them. I just know that they won't help you.
I think it has something to do with Phyrexians.
That's just through the fence.
You guys are about a third of the way to being there. All of the workers in the tunnel, Phyrexians! like are running in terror.
Yeah. She's gonna say, I think it has something to do along the lines with curing Phyrexians. Or making them. One or the other. And they don't want to mess with that. The angels, I mean.
Of course. They also could fear that he has some Phyrexian in his back pocket, too. After all, if Angelo and his sword are still working for the Kingpin, which some of the rumors seem to indicate, that might imply that he has left some uncured, which means he might still have active and transmissible oil somewhere in his reserves. Such a threat like that, the angels wouldn't dare step against him, especially if he has a cure to fix his own men after the fact.
Indeed. That's why it's kind of all a really big pain in everyone's ass.
Indeed. So, how about I put this in layman's terms for you? I will help you orchestrate and call a meeting of the council once the Kingpin is out of the way. We will organize the safe and efficient departure of everyone from the city using the train system I constructed and organized by the brokers. Jetmir and Rafine should be able to effectively organize and funnel everyone from the city with their personalities into the trains and out. After that, everyone leaves and goes to Thunder Junction, a place that's connected to the Omen Path that I have discovered. In return for all of our help and organization with you, you will agree to not use that nasty chalice on us.
I mean, ideally, I wouldn't have to. I don't want to. So I don't mind agreeing with that.
Yes, and we will let you all take the cure, whatever it may be, and run.
Yeah. Now, the only issue with all of this is a lot of ifs on, the chalice not being bothered, which we all know it's gonna get bothered.
I can't help you with that. At least not in the short term. I can tell my people to leave it alone. That's no problem. I can even have some of my men, overseen by Agnes, since I'm sure you don't trust me, and the people I would place, defend the location. That is the end of my aid in that. Not out of want, but out of capability. I can't stop Jetmir from sending more assassins. I.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you
I
for the
think we were
raid,
raided.
Cayman. Thank you, thank you. I
Gatorade.
appreciate Gatorade. Yes, Gatorade. That's kind of funny.
I
Hey,
love it.
welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid, everybody. We are playing some Dungeons and Dragons with my buddies. They're all my college buddies. Are you guys okay with me just saying all of your names? I know we know some of you guys, but not all of you guys. You guys
I
okay
don't
with
care. Have at it.
that? Okay. We got Sam, the DM. We got Savannah, his lovely wife. We have Eve, our lovely wizard in our game, and our very creative individual. And then we have Emil, our completely insane who keeps dying, and I don't know what his class is at this moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a warlock bard monk.
Warlock Bard
No, I
Monk.
just
Got
looked
it.
here.
And then we got myself, who's playing a divine soul sorcerer. Currently, I am alone and not with my party, as I try to not explode by dealing with an ancient black demon dragon that probably could wipe our whole party out.
What's a CR24 between friends?
Yeah. We're only like CR11, so it's like double. It's more than double our level.
We'll see. We'll see. Well,
Indeed.
welcome. We are very happy to have you.
Yep, we are.
So, oh, by the way, this campaign is based loosely off of New Capena from Magic the Gathering, if y'all are fans of that.
yeah.
Ziotar stares you down and says, I cannot stop the others from sending their agents. That's up to you. I'm sure that you can convince Jetmir you're already friends with him, and maybe even Rafine by way of vicious murder. And as for Falco, she holds her hands to the side. Falco's always been a well-kept madman. I don't know how you'll convince him.
I am willing to kind of probably say 2 out of the 4 families could probably assist in keeping it out of each other's hands.
That's
I'd
true.
say that's probably fine.
If you could agree to have Jetmir come down and defend this thing with some of his best men, then yes, I'm sure that we could hold it. Especially if she looks over at the magpie. If the magpie here could lend her aid with her associates, you realize, oh Lord, Ziotara has true sight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a dragon. She wouldn't be surprised.
Of course.
She's be like, yeah, probably. I could certainly ask. But either case, still,
You
2 of
who
4.
could-
She knows,
Oh,
but
go
she's not gonna make it obvious. She knows. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could see Angelo as well. Angelo, like, the magpie just is bowing and nodding respectfully. And Angelo is just raising up one of his hands, has a big shit-eating grin, is twiddling his fingers, waving hello to her.
it's fair. Oh goodness. But yeah. Well, so long as we can at least get half of the families in agreement to protect this damn thing and keep it out of the hands of everyone else, including the pinhead, whatever you guys call them, that would be ideal.
Good. Then I think we're in an accord. I will leave this place to you. Agnes, you have my leave to protect it with anyone you see fit. I will order the rest of the family to leave you all be. And make no mistake, once this is all over, I will sort out your treachery in private. Agnes, eyes wide, visibly terrified, says, Yes, mother. Good. By the way, at this point, probably halfway through Maribel's little spiel, Cassandra and not Cecilia, Cassandra and Neon have arrived and are probably around the corner listening. Additionally, Urabrask has just now reached the abandoned village up top and is probably 2 or 3 more turns, so maybe a good 20, 30 seconds from bounding down and getting here.
Oh, yeah, that does remind me. Oh, I just got another raid. Hold on a second. It's like, hey,
Welcome,
Diva!
Raiders!
Welcome, Raiders! Thank you for the raid. Was not expecting a second raid, but thank you. I appreciate it. We are just continuing what happened last Saturday, which is, negotiations with a Black Ancient Dragon. But anyone who doesn't know me, I am Eldritch Love Goddess. I am a variety streamer and mostly like to play D&D, so I stream that as often as I can. I'll just keep that short and sweet.
Yep. So, Zyotara looks to all of you and kind of sniffs the air, and you see her eyes kind of tilt back around the corner to where Cassandra is. And then she lifts her head and says, I know that heat. Oh god, that's where the rest of you are. She holds up her hands. Fine. I suppose he's your problem now. Keep him in check. If the people of this city and anyone in my family get infected with his tainted blood, not any force in existence will protect you from me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I had no say in bringing him out. We all agreed to not do that. I guess some people decided to not agree privately. So I would say, we should probably talk about that when they arrive. But if he starts something, I will personally assist you in killing him. Okay?
Agreed. You're more amicable than I anticipated.
She looks down at
Agnes one last time and says, Yes, it seems as though we both have experienced some painful betrayals in the past day. Very well. See to your end of the bargain, and I will see to mine.
For sure.
And with that, these black metallic wings appear behind her and flap down at the ground, and a billow of forged smoke and sulfur and flame erupt at her feet, sending a gout of fire from the cobblestone up 50 feet to the ceiling, leaving black, acrid scorch marks, and she is gone. As this happens, the ceiling explodes, and Urabrask, being ridden by Cecilia and Starry, land right where she was just standing.
Smash.
Welcome, you two. 3, technically.
Urabrask looks around.
Oh, we're earlier than I thought we'd be. I thought we'd be late.
You literally just missed her. You're absolutely late.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys weren't here, so I just had to strike a bargain with her mostly, and, yeah.
Couldn't just keep her talking for another, I don't know, minute or two?
Oh, as if I could predict how long it was gonna take you to get here? Yeah, sure. Totally could do that. She's looking at you as if she's going to kill you, I swear.
Urabrask looks around and says, My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I was told there was a dragon to kill.
No,
Yeah,
there is
get
not a
another
dragon
chance.
to kill. In fact, because I don't even know who you are, really. I wouldn't even know if we could kill her. Anyways.
He will begin going into a long expository explanation of all of his titles.
I don't need all of your titles. They literally don't mean anything to me.
That looks like it hurts his feelings a bit.
Anyways, you two. Why on earth did you let him out when all of us agreed, as a party even, to not let him out?
Huh? I don't know.
Huh?
Cecilia
I don't
wanted to
know.
do it. Yeah.
Seriously? And you helped? You just decided to just grab Cecilia? Or did Cecilia grab you? and like tell you to go.
Well, I asked her if she wanted to do it, and she said yes. So I simply
So you
helped
instigated
her with
it.
the process.
So you instigated it. Is that what happened?
I figured we would need backup, and he's a hell of a backup.
There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Who might
I
argue?
am very dangerous.
See?
Yes,
Very
we're
dangerous.
fully aware you're dangerous. In fact, your blood is very dangerous, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to worry about fighting in this entire time. Like, at all. Because, honestly, if we had to fight her, she decides to slash you or something, then your blood gets everywhere. Everyone gets infected, and that's a problem on its own. If the same thing happens if Cecilia got slashed around, then her blood's all over the place. So we can't have a fight happen at all because you're here. Do you get that?
I
Wait,
think
we're
you
not
have
fighting?
overthought this.
No, they didn't think about this at all. That's why I'm upset.
You misunderstand. Even if someone is infected with my blood, they do not lose control of their personality or minds. They would be an improved version of themselves, yes.
And are they an improved version that they asked for, or just so happens he got smacked by your blood?
It would be an unfortunate change.
Exactly my point. No one here, she motions towards the people that are around, asked for that possible improvement. Okay? That's why it's a problem.
He looks down and says, I have no wish, unlike my kin, to change people against their will.
Exactly. I get that you don't, have that intent, but it would be a result of the fight nonetheless. And that is why I wanted to avoid the fight entirely, because they decided to bring you in. Okay? Nothing personal, but I was thinking about the people around us. Unlike some people who can't seem to think past themselves. She's looking at you, too.
I was told I was needed.
I know, that's why I'm not blaming you specifically.
He does look sad.
I swear, I have the Book of Vile Darkness, and yet I'm the one who's the most considerate of all of us. The irony of this. Don't worry about it, you guys wouldn't know what that is.
I'm just trying to bring out the best in everybody.
That is a lie, stop freaking spouting it. I'm not stupid, I'm not 3 years old where I'll believe anything you just tell me. At this point, I don't know what your goals are, but clearly it's not actually helping.
What?
I said what I said. I don't need to say it again.
You have that lovely book because of my help.
Yes,
You
I
opened
do.
it because of my help. I think
I
I'm
didn't
helping.
technically need you to open it. Was gonna open it anyways. But either case, that doesn't really
questioning it.
matter.
You were questioning it.
It doesn't matter. At this point, I don't know what your goals are still. Maybe it's because you're a hag. No idea. Either case, we'll move on from here. But next time, think about what the results are of your actions before you do it.
Results were gonna be a dead dragon.
No. The
That's
results would have been multiple
unfortunate.
dead people, potential casualties of, becoming Phyrexians that they didn't want to become, and possible death. We really don't know. But certain
You're the
things
only
were
one
for
that's
sure.
not expendable.
I'm expendable. Everyone here is going to just simply die. Okay.
You wouldn't have.
We don't know that.
I do.
Anyways. Just gonna look to the group in general.
What was the bargain that you made? What was agreed to?
It was agreed
Yeah.
that she was going to work on the trains with her family to get all of her family, as well as just as many other people as possible with her treasure, onto the trains, while we need to figure out how to deal with the Kingpin, because we can't get the families to technically gather to assist evacuating the city until the Kingpin's removed, because the Kingpin makes it impossible for them to gather. And it's also our job to make sure as many people here as possible protect the Grail. She motions towards a Grail in her hand, which she's gonna look to the Praetor here. since you're kind of here, you can definitely help protect this thing from the families.
Right,
Are you okay with
Praetor?
that job?
Sam, if you are talking, unfortunately, there is nothing.
I
Yep.
made my mic. Sorry.
There you go.
I didn't want to interrupt
Standard.
Maribel's speech. The Praetor says, I decline.
Decline to help? That's up to you. But let me tell you, if you do decide to protect it, you definitely get to keep Zayotara and every other person in the family from taking this thing.
The fate of this city is not my concern.
Indeed not. But I don't know why you're helping otherwise.
I am here to aid your reality. The threat of the blood of the First Father is far more dangerous than anything in this city and the petty squabbling of petulant children. I am here to get you your cure and to ensure that your and all realities are safe from the mistake that was the oil.
Well, in that case, you staying here to protect this would help us do just that, because it makes it so I can actually leave to do that.
It laughs. You are mistaken.
Alright.
You don't
I
think he'd
am-
want to oversee the process?
I wish to not oversee. I wish to destroy. This creature, this kingpin, is Orbnixilus. A creature I hate with a great passion.
Oh, we
Additionally,
need to deal with him too.
waiting here, being sedentary, is not in my nature. I
You can
wish to
feel
burn.
You can feel free to build something if you'd like.
Well, actually, you said that you hate the kingpin, so you could probably help us kill him then.
This is
Well, that's the
preferable.
goal.
Fine, that works.
Neon, do you want to sit here and guard the chalice?
Boy, howdy do I.
Lol.
I'm gonna sit here and swoon over Zayatara and guard this chalice.
You mean Agnes?
Yes. And no. Both of them, really. Agnes looks gross because that's her mom.
Dear goodness.
Neon was
Your
very open
skin-
about their thoughts on Zayatara.
Yeah.
It is true.
Your mouth looks oddly flabby.
Oh, my dogs
Like
are
your
howling.
palate
It's time
is
for me to
just
let them go potty. I will be right back.
Let your dogs out to go
Flat.
potty.
Mm-hmm.
And
Keep going
why
without
are
me.
your eyeballs shaking around like that?
She shrugs.
And what's this tag that says Jim Henson Productions on your shoulder?
Don't worry about it. She
Could be
says, one
possessed.
eye in each direction.
I'm gonna go with possessed. By the way, Cassandra, you're looking awfully a little different. Something or
Do I look physically different?
probably
Do you?
not. Almost certainly not. But
Oh yeah, that's right. You,
you
have
have
that
a
lich inside
you
you.
have a lich a little bit inside you.
I forgot about that, but yes, you do.
Don't like to phrase it like that, but going for it.
I will.
Oh God. Oh my.
Cassandra, the lich that is currently inhabiting your form. See, that's a better way to say it.
There we
Uh,
go. That's just a mouthful.
Indeed. It just kind of whispers to you, I think he's talking about
I know he's talking about you.
Cassandra says out loud.
Whatever. It must be nothing.
Cassandra burps a little bit and like some black liquid dribbles out of her mouth.
Actually, though.
Mm.
You okay, Cassandra?
Did that resurrection not do so well? Are you okay? That's not normal to be dripping out black liquid about an hour or so after you've been revived.
Well,
Agnes is just going to be like, can we please stop this stupidity and talk about how you're going to kill the most dangerous creature in the city?
I'll explain later.
Yeah, she's smart. She can explain it.
Oh no, I was talking about the goo. Anyway,
You were talking about the dragon? I guess we should talk about the dragon then.
let's
I don't know
talk
how we're
about
going to kill the dragon.
Not my mother, she says, exasperated.
Oh, the kingpin?
I was
The kingpin.
the kingpin, yes.
I was really hoping to have a dragon corpse here, but okay, kingpin.
She looks at you. Look, I understand that my father isn't or my mother isn't a good creature, but she is still my mother.
I
Try to
just
show.
wanted a dragon corpse, not specifically your mother. I just was really hoping on having the spirit of a dragon available.
Why do you want a
Il
dragon?
Macabre. Either way, sorry.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kingpin.
so the kingpin. I don't know much about him. None of us do. He's a Wait, I'm not doing Agnes's voice. He's a powerful, dangerous spellcaster and demon of some sort. Urabrask just called him Obnixilis. I don't know that name, but I would assume that it is something legendary. He would have to be able to curtail all of the city's leaders all at once and maintain control for so long.
Okay, so they have some sort of supernatural means to control the leaders of the city?
She nods.
Except the angels? How's that work?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders. I do not know.
Right, okay.
I rolled for history and got a nat 1.
Hell yeah.
You genuinely have no earthly idea.
Wasn't he?
Well, could be 100 different things. Cassandra, you look like you have something on the tip of your tongue.
Like Obnixilis, the cereal box mascot?
Nixilis? Some sort of powerful
Well, that's
being?
not a very good roll either. That's not a nat one.
Anyone can do a history check because you guys all did read a lot in the library.
Sweet God. 19.
Yeah, you don't know a lot about Obnixilis, but you do know a little. He was once a planeswalker, which means he could travel freely between the planes in this universe. And he is immensely powerful, and he goes by the moniker the Fallen One. He also is a killer of other planeswalkers. Most people can't kill other planeswalkers; they're too powerful or too tricky or what have you. But Obnixilis is renowned for his ability to butcher his own kind, and does so with, from what you know, fervent glee.
Wonder
God,
what
he
the
was
soul
known
of a
and renowned for his toasty oat flakes.
Yeah, toasty oat flakes. Are you okay?
No,
You
I
hit your head or
must be.
something? Did some sort of spirit possess you? What is going on in your head right now?
Yes.
You're like a mess. Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
It's catching on quick, snap his neck.
No, I'm not going to hide this from anyone. I made a
Okay.
gamble and it didn't pay off.
Oh.
Hurtful, the Lich whispers.
Well, hopefully it pays off later.
We didn't get in the fight. My end of the bargain is essentially moot.
Huh?
We don't know that we won't have to kill her in the future.
Okay, fair.
Sandra, you're talking to yourself, honey. I know
No,
you
I'm
like
not. I'm
to be in
talking
your
to
own
the
head.
ghost in my mind.
What?
That made you sound more crazy, not less, by the way.
Are you? I'm gonna walk up to Cassandra and like poke at her skull. Do you have someone in there?
Yes.
Who's in there, honey? It's not the cereal, is it?
I'm a serial something, that's for sure. What? No one wants. Fine, serial killer joke.
Yeah,
Fail.
yeah, yeah.
No,
No, they
I
definitely
laughed
murdered
at
many,
it.
many people.
Listen, there are so many laughs that the noise gate just like
Yeah, it
throws
just cuts
out.
it.
I am
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Look, that is more patronizing than the silence.
Oh.
I'm back.
Yeah. You come back to like Starry uncomfortably close to Cassandra, poking her in the head, asking if she's got somebody in there.
Someone.
Oh, is it the Lich?
Yeah.
It's the Lich.
I
Is that
thought
what
so.
was behind that puzzle or something?
Yeah, you would have known if you were there. She's gonna throw so much
Sounds
shade for
like
that.
it was important.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
weren't there for it though.
Well, I mean, you weren't there for releasing this guy. It was such a pain. I had to really
Yeah,
do
the
nothing,
thing that you
honestly. I
weren't
could've
supposed to do. In fact, you were supposed to
could've just
back up
turned Cecilia
Cassandra,
into
but
a bird
you
and
just
she could've
chose
gone
not
there on
to.
her own.
Yeah, you were supposed to back up Cassandra, but you weren't there for her, so that happens, you know?
She did
The Lich-
something with the spirit. Honestly, she's fine. She's got this. She made
The
the
Lich
best
whispers
choice
to you, Cass.
for
Is there
herself.
always so much drama between your associates?
Oh, you have no idea, honey.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Anyways, now that we've gone through the fact that Star is entirely unreliable to Cassandra, how about we figure out what to do next?
How am I unreliable?
You abandoned
why
Cassandra, and
specifically to
that's why she's the
me?
one with the Lich in her head.
I mean, she made the choice. Honestly, it's a pretty good choice, in my opinion.
The
I
Lich
mean, it
kind of
sounds like it
shimmers.
wasn't one she wanted.
The Lich shimmers out
Cassandra,
of
Is that what
Cassandra.
you wanted or not? Does it
Hello,
give you
Lich.
extra
Finally, you
power and
decided to
benefits?
come out.
Can you do
My name
more
is Caligar.
potential good?
Caligar.
God.
Hello, Caligar.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Oh my God.
What is your skill set? And what was the deal, so we know what it is?
Wait, my skill set?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at murder. Arcane knowledge.
We
I can
have all that.
cast
Go on.
high-level spells. I can possess people. I can
Uh-huh.
rot a body from the inside out while they're still alive.
Mhm.
Wait, what was that one?
Of nothing.
Rot
Rotting
a body,
from the inside out
Honestly,
is pretty interesting. Okay.
That's pretty okay.
I
Yeah.
can drain the life force from living creatures around me.
Ooh, I
I
like
can
this.
destroy souls.
Oh. Do you need any souls right now?
I'm fine. I just ate it.
You're fine? Okay, I have about
I thought
19 or
destroying
20
souls
on the
was
go
like
right
some
now.
epic god level stuff.
And
Wait,
he's
what?
trying
Thank
to
you,
turn
Sigal.
over a new leaf and become a living being once again.
Oh, I
Don't
have
put
some
words in my mouth.
I have some free range souls if you want some of those. Souls that, have already been killed by someone else,
Organic. Very nice.
Essentially, yes. GMHO free.
Mari's just
I'm
gonna
not
shake her
consuming
head.
any souls.
You won't be consuming any souls. You'll be consuming them by proxy. It's like
Exactly.
secondhand smoke.
Secondhand soul
Isn't that
consumption
technically
is
worse?
honestly
Wait, is
depending
secondhand
on-
smoke worse?
Oh yeah. Oh
think-
fuck
yeah.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
oh
it's
yes,
worse.
it's so much
It's
worse.
worse. It's worse.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Well, I've been doomed since childhood. Good to know.
Yeah, it fucks you up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just secondhand soul consumption. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. The papers are lying to you when they talk about that.
Oh,
I
so
point
often.
like the most accusing, like nun finger at this guy and just say, "No, not in my body."
Do you want to jump in my body, maybe?
He holds up his hands and says, "Very forward, that one. A. B. No, my contract was with her. C. Very well. I technically don't need to eat souls while I am possessing you. I will slowly be draining your life force to compensate."
Is that where the
Cassandra
rotting from the
pops up more
inside
black
happens?
Don't worry. I'd say you have. What's your total HP, Cassandra?
48.
I'd say you have about
4
6,
days.
7 days before you die.
It's a D10.
It is a D10, so
God.
I'm being generous, okay?
Whoa.
Wow.
Maybe you should consider maybe moving into my body. There's a lot of good things in here. There's a lot of extra storage.
You're
Are
also
you
a
coming
hag.
on to me?
Sorry, I
No.
made the choice.
No,
I'll
I'm
live with
taken.
it.
Oh, you're taken. Who's taken you?
Um,
Your soul
I-
does smell split several ways.
yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Well-
Please take my body, Mr. Lich. Are you coming on to me? I don't know why. It just strikes me as very funny.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah. I'm willing to eat the souls that maybe you might want to, consume yourself. I have them.
Starry, I'd like
Just
to know
saying,
who
like it
who
could
are
be
you taken by?
beneficial. Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
The fact
there's
that my fate
someone.
is so intimately intertwined with everyone in this group is something that is deeply horrifying to me.
Yes, we're all tied together because we all belong together,
And I'm
We certainly don't.
horrified by that.
especially you and me.
I wonder what it says about me and my character.
I don't know.
I find you agreeable.
Yes,
That makes it
have-
worse.
a magical
sorry.
wild card.
Sorry, I'm still waiting for you to answer that question.
I mean, I've said it before. I think you're wonderful, Cassandra. I'd like to spend more time with you.
So you're taken by Cassandra. Got it.
I'd like to be. Anywhere she wants to go, really.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to go upstairs.
I'd love to take you upstairs.
What?
Yes, let's go upstairs.
The Lich looks at
perfectly-
you.
I'm gonna
I have
look at the
perfectly
Lich.
fine
I'm gonna,
legs,
and she's just
Starry.
gonna say, "Welcome to the love triangle." By the way, I hope you have fun there.
The Lich looks at you and says, "I'm not like at all."
Yeah, that was sarcasm. That's why I said good luck. You mentioned drama, I think. You're in it.
Yes, and
You're in it.
well,
You're deep in it. Good luck.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will need it. So, I am going to be killing this ancient demon dragon. Where is she? I would like to have this done with as soon as possible.
She's already gone. Not dead, just gone.
Yeah, we have to lure her back or something, or make another deal, or I don't know.
You guys are
betray
gonna have
her.
to make another deal, or you're SOL, honestly, because I'm not gonna help participate in killing her. I have better things to do.
That is a problem.
Okay.
And once again, it's a personal problem. It sounds like. Good luck.
I mean, for her, she points towards Cass. You misunderstand. The nature of our deal is magically binding. I cannot leave her body, by my own choice or otherwise, until I kill a ancient black demon dragon.
Are you saying that when she
Unfortunately,
dies,
you're gonna have to wait until she dies.
No, you misunderstand. I have to aid in killing her.
Once again, you're gonna have to wait until she dies.
she's been alive for thousands
And by
of
she,
years.
I mean Cassandra. You're gonna have to wait until Cassandra dies, and your contract is null because she's dead.
Yes, that is I cannot choose to. I must drain her life essence. At the end of each day, it is not a process I have control over. Your friend will die in about 6 or 7 days, until or unless we kill this. What did you say her name was? Zyodara?
What a dragon.
Zayotara.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because no one was here when they needed to be, you're stuck. I'm sorry.
I was trying.
Yeah,
He
not
looks
hard
at you,
enough.
Cassandra. My apologies, dear. I have some bad news.
Yeah.
I might have some worse news.
Why?
None of us can really die.
I mean,
Well, she
technically we
could die,
can.
but she kind of comes back in another body from another dimension as another person. That's
But
still
does
her.
that deal keep going?
don't know. Depends on the exact wording.
Well, I never said that your death ended the contract during signing. Just that you would be my host until the contract was fulfilled. Now the question is it the same soul from body to body?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I have worse news.
Oh.
Then you're gonna
Oh,
be stuck with
no.
her forever and slowly killing her.
You know, I've
Congrats,
always wanted to
guys.
be with a lich in a three-way.
Welcome to your love triangle. I hope you
Ooh.
enjoy the rest of your life and eternity.
What are you talking about, love triangle?
Yes.
If you can't figure it out as a wizard, then you're not smart enough. I'm sorry.
That's sometimes wisdom,
Well,
honey. Sometimes wisdom and
How
intelligence
dare
totally
you.
different things.
Cassandra, like,
Cassandra's
sits down
perfectly intelligent.
and immediately starts reading a book.
Just
Just
read
like,
books. Like you read books, Maribel.
I'll figure this out and I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
The
Good
Lich
luck.
says, I'll help. I am also deeply confused. He's just like reading with you.
Mari is just like staring for a second and then starts looking at her book of Vile Darkness and does a Reddit where it's like, am I the asshole for not telling my wizard friend why she's in a threesome and explain
Vecna
the
says,
situation?
no, this is fucking hilarious. And he a bestie.
Oh god. This is how you turn a serious situation into constant jokes.
The best part is Starry walks over and begins helping them read the book, snuggling in with all three of them. Both of us. All three of us. Yes, how are we in
my
a
God.
three-way?
I am so confused.
Yes, you really should be.
But yes,
Oh,
the
man.
Lich's agreement is bound to your soul, Cassandra, which means that until he helps you kill an ancient black demon dragon, you never said it was Zyotara, just an ancient black demon dragon.
I'm gonna find another one of those.
Incredibly
That's a
specific, by the way.
great fucking
One of
question.
them.
Incredibly specific.
Yeah,
Not
great
any
fucking
ancient
question.
black dragon. It's not any ancient demon. It's an ancient demon black dragon.
Yes,
God damn it.
Yes. Until he helps you kill one of those, he will. His soul is bound to Cassandra,
There's
and
like two of them in the whole universe? This is bullshit.
he didn't know that Cassandra was immortal, so he figured, all right, if this shit goes south, she'll just die, and I'll be out of the deal because that's how this works. Because when she's dead, the deal can't really be fulfilled, right? That's how these pseudo-demonic pacts kind of go. He did not
Totally.
expect Cassandra to have a respawn button, so now he's also kind of like, oh, fuck. Because he kind of wanted to be free of this horse shit. And now he's realizing, oh, not only am I stuck to this woman, I'm stuck to this woman and surrounded by idiots. So he's really not happy.
Oh, goodness. Yup. Anyways. As this is happening, Mari is going to cast the sending spell. To, the boss man for the family that she's part of.
Jetmir?
Yeah,
Jetmir.
Jetmir, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're
she's
sending?
gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna cast sending, and she's gonna say,
Okay.
Let's see, in short amount of words as possible, she's gonna say, I have the chalice. It can't leave, or the city will be destroyed. Need help protecting the chalice, otherwise everyone is literally going to die.
Maribel, baby! I'm so glad you reached out. And you say you have the chalice? My god. Or, well, my infernal masters below. I was not expecting that. No offense. At least I wasn't expecting it so quick. You and your friends really are something special. And you say it can't leave? What is that all about?
She'll cast sending once more, and she'll say, the barrier around the city will be gone, so the city will slowly die. And if someone uses the chalice will explode, and so the city will die. If anything happens with this chalice, the city will die. Everything
Jetmir
hinges on
responds.
this thing existing.
Jetmir responds, "Whoa, heavy. All right. Didn't expect that. That's a problem. Do me a favor. You got a wall nearby?
He said a wall?
Yeah, you know, flat thing connected to the ceiling and the floor.
Yes.
Perfect. Do me a favor, go over and carve this symbol on it." And nightmarish, horrific screaming echoes through your mind, and a symbol that appears to be a cat-like mask surrounded by vile-looking arcane runes flashes and embeds itself in your mind.
She will set the chalice in on its pedestal, leave the church, put the symbol on the wall outside of it.
Okay. After a few moments, the symbol seeps into the stone, and a feline hand pushes through the rock of the wall. It extends and elongates out, and instead of it breaking through the stone becomes weirdly pliable, like rubber that's being pushed and stretched. As Jetmir rips himself out of the wall and just kind of like dusts himself off and says, "That smells like shit down here."
Oh, hi, Jetmir.
Well, we are under
Nah.
the city, so yeah.
Starry! And
Hey.
Cassandra, and oh my god, he says, pointing at Arabraska, says, "You do know that you're surrounded by, that thing's got to die." He just says, pointing at Arabraska.
We can't kill that for
No.
obvious reasons. For if its blood is spilt, that's a problem. So we can't die right now. Sorry.
Don't worry, I can get rid of it without spilling any of his blood. Just here, get behind me.
I mean,
it's
it's actually gonna help us kill the kingpin.
It's potty trained. Don't worry.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm going to inform you of everything that's happened. Okay. Okay. Now that sending is no longer a problem. And then
All
she
right,
will.
bat signal, expository.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Jesus Christ, infernal masters, but whatever. Wow. Okay, so you're a good Phyrexian. It kind of like wiggles its hand left and right. Good enough.
Like that.
We'll use good very loosely, but yes.
Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And Zyotara was planning on escaping through an omen path and leaving the rest of the city for dead. That checks.
Yep.
And she says that she'll help you all hold the chalice here if I help.
Yes, because we're fairly certain the other two people definitely would probably try to destroy the city because one's crazy and the other one's after the apocalypse. So
I mean, I would argue that they're both crazy, but yeah. Essentially.
Yeah.
And, all right, you want my help with my guys combined with Agnes. Hey, baby, I loved your work, by the way. Agnes flips him off. Love you too. We're guarding this chalice to make sure that it doesn't get removed from its pedestal. Also, I can't go in there.
yeah, any demon that's related by blood to any of the lords, etc., will just kind of perish stepping through.
Don't listen to your inner voices, Jetmir, to stick a finger inside the doorframe. Okay. All right. So, I like Jetmir. Okay, he's a party animal.
He is funny. He's funny.
Yeah. He looks all of you and says, okay, I think I'm caught up on everything. I got the skivvy. All right, no problem. I'll send some of my boys down. Perry, your contract's being extended. Pay's tripled. Make sure that nobody touches this fucking chalice. I'll send down frickin' Frack and some of my other best people. Make sure this is reinforced with Agnes and her goons. Now, that all seems pretty straightforward. The next big issue is, if you don't think that the Kingpin doesn't already know about all this, you're dead wrong.
Oh, you're just gonna assume that he's aware, but we have to deal with him. So.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're also gonna be dead and dead wrong. That guy's crazy. Look, I'm no slouch. I can't hold a candle to him. I mean, like, I especially can't because he's got dirt on us. But, well, even if I could, I wouldn't. Guy's insane. He killed Xander himself one-on-one. and Xander was one of the strongest of us. He would even give Zyotaro a run for her money.
Yeah.
I might have to kill her.
Zyotaro?
Good luck
I
with
mean,
that.
like, on principle, or...
We don't
kind
have
of.
principles.
Oh, honey. Yes, you do.
No,
She
no,
has to
I've
kill her
decided that we
legally.
don't.
I mean, good for you. New Capena's rubbing off on you. Eh? He kind of, like, nudges you.
She's gonna say, with what I've seen, no, we don't have principles. We just like to say we do.
You fit in great here, kid. Alright. Sure, if you gotta kill Zyotaro, I mean, that's, like... That's... I mean, on you, I wouldn't recommend trying. That bitch is crazy strong.
Yeah, I mean, we have to
I-
kill her, or we kill. Well, actually, no, we have to kill the freaking Kingpin. If we can manage to kill him, then I'm sure we can kill anyone. But we have to kill the Kingpin, so it's whatever.
Yeah. About that. Easier said than done.
Oh,
I'm not allowed to tell you specific things, but I can, if you ask me the right questions, I can answer in totally non-incriminating ways. I might be under the commands of a powerful spell that may or may not be tied to elements of my eternal being, but I can maybe, like, mime out some shit if you ask me the right thing, He's trying to tell you to have him help you without the ability to tell you.
If you were hypothetically trying to kill a very difficult to kill and powerful mime, what would be your process for doing so?
Drop a building on him like everything else.
Fair.
Cassandra, like, looks at him, like, kind of nonplussed.
What? Simple,
How very
efficient, showy?
imaginative.
A
It worked
very
for-
strange and powerful mime who controls a lot of things. A very
Okay.
hypothetical mime.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this hypothetical mime with fuck magic. I would put him in any situation that is the least advantageous to him and separate him from his other mime cohorts, which surround him at all times, which are fucking annoying and very lethal. Remove him from his invisible box that he puts himself in that empowers him, and get him somewhere where you have a lot of guys that'll help you gun him down quickly. Or drop a building on him.
I'm partial to dropping a building on him after hearing all that. Who wants to bring down a building?
Do you know
He
where
raises
this
his hand.
where is this hypothetical, totally non-existent, invisible building? Where would you put it?
Wait, are we talking about, like, the mime's invisible box or the building to be dropped on said hypothetical mime?
Where would you drop this hypothetical building on this hypothetical mine?
Furthest place from his place of power. Assuming this hypothetical mime is the hypothetical mime we're all potentially thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, stopping to, like, go through the line of thought in his head. I got the yuck, yuck, yuck out of Maribel. I like that. His place of power would be the tallest high-rise inside of the city, right next to Ephraim's cloud-top spire. So you're gonna want it to be the lowest point in the city that you can get that's not, like, underground, because
That's pretty
he
low.
ain't that.
Exactly. Because
He
my
ain't that-
magic is inherently divine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's you'll want to get him down in the Chaldea, far away from all the goons he surrounds himself with. This mime has been wheeling and dealing with the hoity-toity upper crust. So taking him on up in the upper parts of the city's a death sentence. He's got goons around every corner, and he's got a hand in everybody's pocket. Look into the in-between terminology of that however you will. But he doesn't like to, roll around with the pigs, so to say. He don't like getting his hands dirty down in the depths of the city. So, if you could get him down below, Kind of rolls his hands left and right. Maybe you could drop a building on him.
It's potential possible to drop the building that they're in.
Theoretically, anything's possible. Just holds his hands to the side. But I wouldn't,
Now-
bet money on it. I care about money, like, a little bit.
Are
I'm
mimes
just-
are mimes like him inherently weak to the force that buildings have when they're dropped? Or
so
is
much-
it just a very powerful attack that would
I mean,
harm anyone equally, mime or no?
look, honey. A mime can resist a building being dropped on it just as well as everything fucking else. That is to say, in a manner similar to a pancake being exposed to hundreds of tons of rebar and cement. That is
Yeah.
to say, not at all.
Does
Fair.
this mime... Do you know if mimes have any sort of unique resistances?
I mean, they're immune to thunder damage. He's like laughs and slaps his knee. Oh, sorry, I couldn't help it. This particular mime, yeah, he's fucking weird. I've seen people throw fire at him, nothing. Lightning, nothing. Black magic, I tried that once, nothing. I even poisoned him with enough toxic halo that would have killed me. He motions to his very, very robust figure. I can take a lot of poison. Didn't touch him.
Good to know.
So poison, nada. Lightning, fire, nada. Black magic, nada. I would
Oh.
assume angelic magic will work on him. Like light, white aligned magic. Radiant. But I've never seen anybody try. But look, we're talking about hypothetical, showdowns with a mime under best conditions. Alright? Look, mimes are tricky, okay? They're all quiet and shit. But this mime is not, he's especially tricky, okay? He's got other mimes that you can't see around him at all times. You're never gonna get him into a fair fight. He fights dirty. And I'm used to fighting dirty. I'm one of the family heads of the nastiest crime city in the entirety of the plains. This guy disgusts me. If you think that you can get him into any situation that he has even an ounce of control over and expect a fair fight, you're idiots. You need to
Yeah.
remove all of his agency from his ability to command the battlefield. He'll drop floors out from under you. He'll drop chandeliers on top of you. He'll replace, he motions his finger around, members of your crew with doppelgangers that look and act just like him, only to shoot you in the back the second shit goes down. Hell, it wouldn't surprise me if he already got a couple of the people in the city that you like either killed or held hostage. When was the last time you talked to some of the people that you cared about here?
Yesterday.
Call them.
I cast sending.
To who?
Cow.
You get no response.
Oh, it seems like Cow is dead.
Or it could be knocked out.
Could be. I don't know.
Well, it could
But if
be
he's
in a room
knocked
where
out-
magic can reach.
But if he's
So they can go
affected, that
across
means
the
the
plains.
raccoons are yes, and go across plains.
Not if the room is lined in a specific kind of metal, if I'm not mistaken.
No, sending.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
care
either filled
about
with
that.
lead or surrounded by it.
Sending doesn't
if it
care
ain't going
about
through.
that. It can go across plains. It's not limited by lead or any of that.
It's not limited by
goes-
magic in any way. Are you sure?
So
A sending
technically
spell?
speaking, if they're in if they have non-detection on themselves, or if they're in a Mordenkainen's, Mordenkainen's private sanctum, not the mansion, but the one that stops all telepathic and scrying shit, that will stop it. Sending is a type of scrying magic, pseudoli, that it can
Sending is an
block that shit.
evocation. It's not divination.
Wait, it's evocation? What the fuck?
Yeah,
That
sending
makes
is
zero sense.
it's not a divination spell. It is an evocation spell because you are
fair enough.
basically creating a message directly to someone rather than divining a message to someone.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. Well, yeah, I'll have to look into the rulings of it. We'll assume that it's blocked by very specific things, but generally speaking, it can connect to anyone in most circumstances. He says, yeah, look, either way, you got somebody else, somebody who's with, try one of them.
I don't believe I have any friends in the city.
The
Unfortunate.
Jetmir puts his hand on his chest. Cassandra, you wound me.
I will cast
We are in a
sending
very-
to the raccoon.
We are stuck in a very strange interdimensional conundrum that has ramifications for the mechanics of fate itself.
Yep.
We are not the type of people to be able to have friends.
Bah, you're too serious.
Very
He lifts you
serious.
up and says, you got a friend in me.
Oh,
No, I do not.
Look at that, Cassandra. You made a friend.
Cassandra, you
Big-
have friends. You just keep forgetting about them.
Jetmir, you're okay with touching a icky, sticky soul. Never mind.
Look, I am okay with touching just about anything. If it's icky and sticky, mwah, all the better.
All right.
I have nothing to say.
Don't forget,
Sure.
he is like the demon lord of this city of like parties, lust, and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say lich and just be like open about it, so I just whatever.
yeah.
Anything
So
from the
you're
raccoon?
messaging one of the raccoons, right?
Yeah.
What do you say? It goes through.
How are you and how is the cow?
We're doing great, boss. The cow? Oh, he's good. He's asleep.
Want to get them to relocate.
Okay. Well, I got a response from them. Cow is supposedly asleep, and they said that you were doing okay. Can I do an insight check because of how you said we're doing okay? Because it was a little bit longer than I expected.
Sure, go ahead.
That was a ... okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little ellipses there.
He seemed jubilant and overjoyed. It's like almost as if he was in the middle of something exciting or very fun.
I mean, he seems to be doing something exciting. I'm not entirely sure though.
I will say that your insight is enough to ring suspicion bells in your head. Almost as if like, wait, he's too happy right now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, she's like maybe a little too happy. I don't know. I'm not there, so I can't say.
Message him again. Jetmir will ask.
What am I supposed to say the second time?
Ask what he's doing. Jetmir says, like rolling his hands around each other, like,
I have so many limits of spells.
fine.
Gonna do this.
He hands you a vial of Halo. He says, drink that, it'll give you some spell slots back.
It's fine. I have sorcery
Is that how that
points.
work?
She will
That
just
one
allocate.
is.
She'll allocate the sorcery points. He's like, "What are you doing?"
You do your makeup, floof your hair a
Pocket
bit.
the halo! Pocket it! Later!
Yeah. Oh, we met the nicest people, Mari. You would love these guys. They came down, said they heard about our work, said they wanted to give us a little bit of a boost to our publicity. We're living the high life, Mari. He said he'd even extend it to you. Crazy guys. These people from up in Cloud Top. They came and gave us an all-access pass to one of the best casinos in town. We're coming up. We're having Halo. It's great. They even gave us our own set of rooms, all connected. Cowman had a bath, and I think maybe the first time in his life. We're living the high life, Mari. You should come up and see us whenever you have a free minute.
She will let the party know, as well as their demon friend. Be like, seems like they have been gotten the attention of someone from Cloud Top or something like that.
How
Jetmir
convenient.
sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose. They have
Knew we
been
should have put him in our damn ship.
They have been kidnapped in the kindest way possible.
Yeah, I could tell. Alright, well, fine, fair enough. But I think those are the only ones that I particularly could think about that couldn't handle themselves. I think everyone else I can think of can handle themselves in some way.
But that, look, it goes to show what I'm trying to tell you. He's
Yeah.
already seen the threat you pose. He's putting the screws on you. He grabbed the people that you care about the most from the city that he can get his mitts on.
Yeah, he has her cow. Mario has no idea why she cares about the car so much, but she cares about the cow.
You do. You do, and you guys also love those raccoons.
I love the
Yeah.
raccoons.
And by the way, yeah, when if you guys went up there is a note waiting for you in their old hideout that's at the top of like this dungeon section. It says to meet them in the Gilded Carafe up in Cloud Top.
Got it. Whatever. All right. Well, I guess they've been kidnapped, so I guess we're yeah, that's whatever. That's another thing we can deal with later. For now, let's focus on making sure this thing's protected. So you good on having your guys protect this thing?
What?
She motions to the chalice, protecting that thing.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm on it.
Perfect. Okay.
But once we get out of here, I can't help you much.
I know.
I'm still under the
Sayatara said
control
same
of the
thing.
boss.
Yeah, Sayatara said the same thing.
Does that entail that if they were to ask you to bring up a chalice, that you would do that for them?
What?
He looks at you, Starry. He says, if a certain mime were to tell me to, I wouldn't have a choice.
How can he do that? He's a mime.
Mimes can do weird things, especially if they have something that's very important to cats.
Jetmir,
Oh,
would
we're
you,
talking about a hypothetical mime.
Jetmir, we're running out of time here. Could you let someone that you know and trust deal with this, and then perhaps maybe we just erase this from your memory?
That's not how it works.
Are you sure?
Positive. He says, look, hypothetically, if a mime got... He tries to think about it. If a mime got something that a cat really cared about, I mean, like, something that the cat cared about more than anything, something that was a part of the cat, something that nobody else knew, they might be able to use their strange mime magic. He puts his hands in the air as ridiculously as he can to command the cat to act against its own nature.
Yes, but if we erase that this has ever happened from your brain after you've let an order go to look after this and you have no actual knowledge of it anymore, then you cannot act upon that knowledge.
Oh, you mean like erase this meeting from my mind?
Yes. If you could just do that, that would be lovely.
He thinks about it. I guess that'd work. I need a lot of liquor.
I would be removing the memory.
Oh! Yeah, that's much more efficient. It does take several gallons to get me inebriated enough to where I black out.
Alright, sounds lovely.
Cassandra backs off of him, putting away the frying pan she was holding.
I like where your head's at.
Interesting.
I like where your head's at. It's in a good striking position.
Oh, you scare me, small woman.
That's why I like her, right?
I know. He says, Starry, look, if you need a couple of pointers, I'm literally the guy about this. I
She's
am
a lost
the
cause.
best wing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
She's a lost cause. Don't worry about her.
Ah,
Fucking
damn.
Super lost cause.
Demon Lord of Inebriation offering to be your wingman, like eyes in different
What a baller.
directions. Huh?
Power? Huh. Well, let's hop to it then. We don't have a lot of time.
Yep,
I
alright,
really-
crack away. He like holds his head down and like points
We
to
need
his
to
temple.
probably not be in the place we need to remove your memory of about.
No, yeah, that's a good point.
You could take me to somewhere and I could do that for you. That'd be lovely. And at the same time,
yeah.
you still have to let someone know that is maybe your second in command or someone that you trust.
He gets out a ball of yarn and tosses it on the ground and whistles. The ball of yarn unwinds itself and magically knits itself into a depiction of a small tabby cat. He looks down and says, Full paw! Wait, no, I already used that name in this campaign. Scritches, you're going to stay here and continuously send commands up to Kit. tell Kit that we're sending down a platoon of our best men to oversee this location. I'm not going to know what's happening. Contract bullshit. But tell her that my faith is in her hands, and that on the fate of the city, ain't nobody's going to get into this chapel. You got that? The cat purrs and meows. Good. All right.
One more
Could you
thing.
like warp us out of here or something?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, Cassandra? We have like minutes. Minutes, Cassandra. Hurry.
Any advice on getting out of a contract with a nefarious being?
That won't work.
Don't do it in hindsight.
There you
Looks
go.
to you.
Perfect advice.
Okay,
It was the best choice, though, Cassandra. Don't worry.
the contract says he needs to assist me in killing a black dragon, but I don't believe it actually stipulates that I have to kill the dragon or act on the assistance.
Symbols are really good in contracts like that. If as long as you think it's a black demon dragon and he thinks it's a black demon dragon, it can be a kitten.
Interesting.
In other words,
What?
kill a mime if you catch my drift.
Oh.
And he
Well, we
winks.
should get going, Jetmir.
You know, stick some horns on a mime that it might be construed as a black dragon. If that mime is also demonic in nature, it'd count probably.
Very well.
Sounds good enough.
The Lich says, that's just so stupid that it might work. Alright. Circus. He walks over to a wall, gets out a thing of paint, and vis-a-vis the Roadrunner, paints a door on the wall. And then he spits on the handle, and his spit sinks into the stonework. A handle pops out where it was, and he says, ladies, after you. Carriage, and by that I mean magical interdimensional transportation, awaits. And he opens the door, and on the other side is the banquet hall of the Monteleone.
Oh my. All right. I reach out, grab his hand, and walk through with him.
Before we do,
And-
I'm gonna look at our pre-tour that everyone forgot about and be like,
I forgot.
you. We need to figure out where the hell we're gonna put you, because so that way you don't cause a panic.
I
Or
will
you can
stay here.
Yeah, I was about to say, or you could stay here, and then when we're gonna go deal with that guy, I can cast it, and you can meet us somewhere.
There is no need. I, for the time being, can see and hear through Cecilia's eyes.
Fair enough.
Freaky.
Our blood is connected by ancient bonds.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, as long as we're good.
Horrific.
The Praetor looks at you and points to his hand and wiggles his fingers and then points to yours.
Wait, whose hand is he pointing to? Mine?
Yours. Yeah, with the
Ah.
Lich's mark on it. Implying it's not so different than what you're going through.
Oh yeah, she knows.
So you
You have
guys,
to stop making these dark deals.
it really has become a weird theme in this campaign.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we go through? Jetmir?
Yeah.
Jetmir has already stepped through with you.
All right, cool. Are we in a place where essentially it is just Jetmir
You're-
and us, or Jetmir and
Yeah,
me?
you're in a private room in the banquet hall of Monteleone.
Okey-doke.
His place of power.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll move you guys back to the main city screen. And I'm guessing you're casting Modify Memory?
Yes. So Starry begins to pull out some sparkle pink lipstick and draws a pentagram on the ground and lights a couple candles on each point of the pentagram. Pulls out a knife, cuts her hand, hands the knife to Jetmir.
He cleans his nails with it a little bit.
Your palm?
No, yeah, sure.
As he cuts his palm, Starry reaches out her hand to have the blood linked.
Okay. Do you wipe his
Open
mind?
your mind, Jetmir. Open your mind.
He opens his mind. A flood of horrible, debaucherous thoughts and images flood into yours if you're trying to connect to it.
Yeah, yeah. Starry's eyes, as dark and soulless and empty as they are, go white. Um, and she casts Modify Memory. Attempting to change the time spent there into Jetmir and Starry having a lovely night of dancing, having a lovely night of deal making.
Sure, he allows it. Kind of shakes his head afterward and goes, "Well, why does everything taste like copper? Also, you can really cut a rug."
Yes, yes, yes. You can too, Jetmir. Actually, quite formidable as a dancer yourself.
I would hope so.
Mhm.
Jetmir is none the wiser of what has just happened.
Well, I best go retire for the night. You really know how to wear a girl out.
More ways than one, you have no idea.
Oh, I have so many ideas.
Your eyes are still burning from the horrible sights you experienced. And there you go. You guys, you now know that that the Grail is safe from Jetmir's intervention at the very least. You don't know about Zyotara though. Theoretically, the Kingpin could still order her about if she hasn't taken precautions herself.
She might have. Who knows?
Who knows? All right, gang. So what do you want to do now? You're out of the dungeon. Things have been resolved for the moment. Now you have to find a way to kill Obnixilis the Fallen, the Kingpin. And you have been invited, even though you don't know it directly, to his bar in small card parlor called the Gilded Carafe.
My character, Mari, she's gonna be like, oh, I am going to take a very well needed nap. AKA long rest, because she needs more spells.
Yeah.
Refresh on spells. As, before she does, she's going to cast some spells before bed and summon more angels to lock down before going into this fight that will inevitably be coming.
I will remind you that planar binding does have a steep material cost that is
why
consumed.
I have 24 of them.
Of what? 1,000 gold diamonds?
Yeah. Why do you think I was buying so many crystals at one time? For literally
Oh,
this
shit.
reason. Literally
That
this
is-
reason. I was buying crystals and gems worth 1,000 minimum for this specific reason. I have 24 gems in my inventory that is worth that much.
Crazy.
Yep.
Maribel is just Rouge the Bat.
Mm.
She is. She is basically. It's like, oh, gems, quality gems, even. Yes, because
All
she
the
has a
world's
use.
gems are mine.
Pretty much. Oh goodness. But yeah, no, she's locking down some angels right now before she goes to bed. Because this is gonna be a problem. How long they'll live, I don't know, but she needs them.
Do what you have to do.
Indeed.
And the planar binding that you're casting is the day-long one, right?
The one that she's going to be casting is going to be I think it's the 10 days. Let me double check. Planar binding. Where are you again?
Plain a binding, plain a binding, plain a binding.
There it is, plater binding. It is the. You guys know that one's 10 days. 10 days.
God damn!
Crazy.
Cast at a higher level. Dope. So
Yep.
So you're doing it how many times?
2 more.
Okay, so you have 4 angels in your service now.
damn.
Yep.
I checked the rules on this. It is legal, I believe.
It is legal.
It is in fact some bullshit.
It is.
Nice.
Because the angels that you summon last more than an hour, and planar binding takes an hour, your summon celestial. What is the duration of that?
Summon Celestial is an hour, but because I'm a sorcerer, I use a sorcery's
You can
point to
extend
make it
it.
last 2 hours.
Oh,
Yep.
and that's how you're doing this insane bullshit.
Yeah, therein
Yep.
lies the rub. Yes.
Only
Yes, that's
sorcerer,
insane.
only divine sorcerers in specific can do this.
That's fucking kooky as shit. We might have to talk about this because I don't like the idea of you having such a genuinely insane army later on. But for right now, I'm totally fine with it.
I don't normally
'cause
do this. It's just
I know,
in this
I know.
case,
I
feel like it's required.
We are power
This-
gaming to
we
meet
are-
the challenge.
No,
Yeah.
I am absolutely fine with that, but there might be some in-world lore reasons why planar binding a bunch of Vecna's own fucking angels might,
That's fair. That's
fair.
curry
Hey,
problems.
Hey, I
Curry
need
problems.
those. I was loading them for an hour. This is some bullshit. Now you
I
have
like-
4 of my 10 of them? Like this I need them.
Yeah, I'm not like saying you can't do it. You absolutely can. It's within the bounds of the rules. I'm not going to stop you. But like, I'm just saying, if you continue to do this and like power game it further outside of this situation in the city and stuff,
Oh yeah, no.
You-
I'm
you-
only
you-
specifically doing it because we are dealing with something way outside our bounds of levels.
oh yeah, like this is one of those things where it comes from the Matt Colville school of DMing. Throw shit at your players that you don't know if they can handle it. They'll surprise you, and that is what you're in right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Prepare to be surprised.
this is
yeah,
the only reason I'm doing this. Otherwise, under
You're
normal
totally good.
circumstances, because I could have done this sooner. I just didn't want to because it just wasn't fun. But in this case, we don't
absolutely.
have a choice.
You
We'll die.
need to essentially.
Yeah. Like we will
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, and I hold no problem with that.
Indeed. So yeah, that will be what my character does before she goes to do a long rest, because she'll need to.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So you planar bind 2 more angels. That's 4 in your service, and the other one have like I think 6 or 7 days left or some bullshit like that. Because it's been
Something
about
like
3
that,
days.
Yeah. They don't
Okay.
have too long left, but yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
long enough is what matters.
Long enough. There's a joke there. Anyway.
3 to 4 inches, boys. And girls?
It's statistically average.
Uh-huh. That's all you need.
Anyway,
It's
that's all
enough.
you need.
Indeed.
I don't think I
Uh,
can answer that question on stream, Emil.
Oh my. Ooh. It wasn't a question, but please.
I'm gonna get the spray bottle for both of you. Okay.
Oh no! I'm a witch.
Oh,
It
goodness.
burns.
All right. Hoarding posting aside, you have 4 angels in your service. The party is resting at the Monteleone.
Oh,
Okay, you guys get a long rest. You drink a bit. You relax. You shower. You unwind. And you're in a place of security where nothing can really come and fuck with you. You get the benefits of a long rest, no strings attached.
Can I bother
the
the
day-
Cassandra for at least a while before the long rest continues or finishes?
Do what you want.
There's a knock at your door, Cassandra.
Enter?
Thank you. Cassandra.
What is it?
I just
Sorry,
wanted
doesn't
to
look.
talk-
Cassandra
Huh?
doesn't look up from what she's working on.
Oh, you're still looking at the book with your friend?
No. I asked a local librarian for things about love triangles, and all I got was a bunch of
Oh, you're gonna
hogwash
get smut.
romance nonsense.
Yes, you're gonna get smut. Yes.
That is a lot of porn that you were recommended. It's quite.
It was quite a lot.
I am.
Did you learn anything?
No.
Anything stick out to you? No, nothing.
I mean, a few
Why?
things were sticking out.
It's irrelevant to my causes.
Oh, well,
Even the
I,
Lich was like, ooh.
mm, I just yesterday when you went
Yeah,
unconscious. Actually, you died. Um,
I did.
it's just I I didn't want to lose you. I wasn't really there to help you.
Starry, you're never losing me. None of us have a choice in that matter.
No, but I don't know. I think I like you in this version of you. Not that I wouldn't like any other version of you. It's just it hurts me when you're gone, I guess. I I know death has less meaning to us, but it's still. You can see her looking at you with soulful eyes, even though they're kind of empty inside. I don't. I can't. I felt something hurt in me when you fell. I might have put a little bit of magic to see if you're okay on you. Not that I'm checking in on you all the time. Sometimes.
What do you mean by little magic?
Oh, it's nothing. Just, you know, I put a little bit of a lock of my hair on you sometimes, or some fingernails, or an
Oh,
eyeball. It's dark
it's a good
magic
idea to
of some kind. It's just to keep an eye on you. It's but
very well. It's a
it
good idea to keep an eye on your comrades in a fight.
yeah. I sh- Anyway, I just really wanted to tell you that you're very meaningful to me, and I don't know. Can I stay with you tonight?
I suppose.
Yeah, I'll help you do some research whatever you're reading. I just yeah.
Mostly I'm trying to convince myself that the Kingpin qualifies as a black demonic dragon.
I mean, you could just try and make an illusion of him as that in some capacity, and that would probably work. Or I could memory swipe both of you to make it believe that that's what you guys did.
I look at, what's the Lich's name again?
Caligar.
I look at Caligar,
He
see how he
shrugs.
feels about this.
You guys would have to both make a deal, though, with me to make that possible.
Caligar's like, I'm immortal. I don't really have many reservations left at this point. Whatever works.
Will you be able to see everything?
Yes.
No, I'm speaking to Starry.
What do you mean, see everything?
Would you
I
have
can
the
only.
opportunity to look into the corners of my mind?
No. Hmm. No. I shouldn't be able to see anything you don't let me see. I think. Jetmir showed me a lot of things. He's very active. Very active.
Yes. Yeah, that is definitely a word that could be used to describe Jetmir.
It is unfortunate how physically active someone can be and, like, not lose that weight.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the problem in that kind of activity that they're doing. I don't want to think about it that much. That's
It does physically burn to do so.
yeah. It's just yeah, whatever you kind of open in your mind, I would potentially be able to see, but I'll try not to open any doors I shouldn't.
I'll try to keep everything closed.
Right. And you, my lich friend compatriot,
He
would you
nods
agree
at you.
to such a thing? Okay, I'd
He
have
does.
to do it.
He just like shrugs. I don't. It doesn't matter at this point for me anymore. I am an undead lich. I don't want to be stuck to your friend for any
I-
longer than I need to. No offense, miss. You're quite lovely, but
Yeah, yeah.
I assure you I'm not.
Oh, she
I
really
assure you that my standards are low.
I accept this.
I love
I
that
think you
lich.
have a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
miss him.
higher standards than that if you chose Cassandra, to be honest. I'm looking at him in such a fashion. Like, does he get what I'm saying here?
No, the lich has autism too.
Oh, son of a fucking god damn it!
He didn't get it when I said love triangle either.
Yeah,
And
he
he-
literally was like, I don't know what.
There- Yeah, he's not gonna get it.
All right, yeah, yeah.
The
Okay,
lich looks.
yeah.
No, you don't
Alright.
understand.
Yeah, I
have
don't
been-
understand. You're right. Yeah, explain it to me. Yeah, the one that doesn't understand. Thank you.
He's just like, what? Are you suffering some form of fit?
Yeah, I'm just bleeding from my nose for no reason, not from a brain aneurysm or anything. Well,
Wow,
we
I
should
didn't know you were
probably
so
sleep
stupid,
until
sorry.
tomorrow. No, you're not stupid, idiot. Thank you, Becca. Thank you so fucking much for getting what I was putting down. That was mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah. For all of you that don't know, go watch some Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
abridged.
you know,
Yeah.
watch DBZA. It's very good.
It's freaking great.
Okay. Yeah, he just looks at. I think your friend is maybe a bit simple, miss.
I'm laying my head down. I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we can figure this out. When I have the
Yes,
ability
yes.
to
You
do
have
this
a
magic again.
wonderful sleep.
Oh
fear.
my god.
I think every living being is quite complex, actually.
I was trying to politely say mentally stunted.
Oh. I mean, they're not entirely wrong.
he again, evil lich. He is an asshole.
It tracks. It tracks.
Oh goodness. Now the question is, who
Wait,
gave
are
them
you going
the harder
to
burns?
Are you going to convince us that we're fighting a black demonic shadow dragon or not?
Yes, I will do that tomorrow when I have the magical ability to do so. Unless you want to fuel it with souls somehow or something. I can
No,
let it go.
that's fine. That's
You
fine.
I'm
sure?
fine with that.
We could do some soul magic. I mean, I do have a couple of them. Like 20? 19 of them?
Good night, Starry. It's time to be sleeping now.
Yes. Okay. Good night,
Some
everybody.
people are just swimming in the ethereal.
Right? All right, sleep it tight.
Oh.
Next day rolls over, I suppose.
Sorry,
Huh?
it is rather cold in here.
That's me. Sorry.
Oh, that's the undeath.
Exactly.
That's
It's
the undeath.
probably best if we conserve heat by sleeping in the same bed.
That's the smartest thing I think I've heard you say all day. Yeah, let me get in there. Yeah, Starry gets up close and puts her hand on your shoulder, snuggles on the same pillow as you.
Adorable platonic snuggling.
Be a shame if
Cassandra
one
is
of
a
them
human
died in the
Beyblade
fight.
while she sleeps.
Oh God, is she? Let it rip.
Be a shame if one of them
Not
died
like
in
that.
the fight.
Are you saying I should just die right now? Because I'll do it, goddammit. I gave
I
Sam
know
a
you
token.
would.
gets a
I
free.
know.
Yeah, but
free
that's
story
Sam's
death
token,
never-
not your token.
Use the
Oh no,
tokens.
I have much funnier moments that I'm gonna use that token on.
Oh god,
Goodness.
exciting! They're playing my trap card. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, good
Nightmare
lord. Anyway,
time.
that was funny and platonic.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you guys have the constant feeling of being watched. If you open your eyes, the Lich is continuously just standing over you next to the bed, just staring.
Cassandra does not notice. She is lulled to sleep by the wonder and majesty of thermodynamics.
Understandable.
Damn. Starry keeps looking back like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
I can only go so far from the body, and it's
shuffle
dark
to
in
the
here.
bottom of the bed or something.
He doesn't have dark
He's-
vision?
No, he doesn't. A lot of undead don't in this edition. He kind of
Oh.
walks
What?
to the edge of the bed. Instead of standing directly over you, he walks to the edge of the bed and just sort of like is staring at you from the edge of the bed, like a dog watching you while you
It
sleep.
is horrific. Very uncomfortable. Thank you for this, DM.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just you're the only thing of like interest in the room. You know, you're.
Starry's just sitting there sweating right next to a perfectly sleeping Cassandra the whole time. Just like, God damn it. This is the closest I've ever been.
Goodness gracious.
You seem to be perspirating heavily. Do I need to get closer? My body naturally absorbs heat.
Can you just go away?
No.
But this is a love triangle. Let him in.
Oh my god. You're sorry. Do that later. Not right now. Not the emotional ability to do that.
I
Wow.
sure if you do realize if I leave it'll just get hotter in here.
Stay.
I don't want soup. Where's
I'll get you soup.
Grandpa?
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
She mumbles in her sleep, that's so precious.
Right.
Here, I know what I can do to help. He like just phases halfway into the bed and kind of like stands between the both of you. He's like, I shall help reduce the excess body heat by being in closer proximity.
The serial killer wants some love too. Let him have
Sure.
some.
Okay.
Serial killer Lich is like,
all right.
I want to be loved. Let me in.
No. The door
A
opened
little-
by itself.
Oh gosh.
Cold now.
Oh. Sorry, pats your head a little bit.
Cassandra
Oh, man.
stirs in her sleep,
Oh.
visibly distressed.
I'm not doing that.
Interesting.
I felt I
Sorry.
should preface.
Starry pulls out her nightmare book, a book that records nightmares, and sees if she can connect it in any
I will
way
be right
to what's
back.
going on in your
Oh,
mind.
that's bad.
Let me take a 15. I need to do something with my
Okay.
bees.
Yeah, as we'll take a 50. Well, how about this? We'll because I want to go grab a snack. We'll set it up to be a 25-minute break. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in 25.
25.
I'm gonna send you a message, Sam,
You do that.
Interesting.
because I had a very
Interesting.
specific idea about what that dream was.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect. I might
Lord.
be using.